fever. I got it bad. Get a little bit of that swag, bit of that sag, bit of that got you mad. Get a little hit of that, spit a little bit of gas, bit of that flame. Give her that player, spit of that game. Tell that chick.
Whoa, what's going on, guys? I am NobodyEpic. I don't really know what happened there, but this is Awkward Situations, the series where you guys write some real-life, honest, awkward situations that you have experienced in the comment section of this video, and then for the next episode, I'll be taking those comments and breaking them down, telling you how they relate to my life, and giving you advice if you need it. I don't promise it's the best advice, but it will definitely be some sort of advice. And this is some Need for Speed Rivals gameplay that myself and many other YouTubers were allowed to record at E3. EA was nice enough to bring us out there and let us record that, so thank you to them. This game is awesome. I played it on the PS4. Well, it's mapped for the PS4, and I used the PS4 controller. It was on a computer. I don't really know how that stuff works, but controller felt good, and the game felt really good. It was cool how you could go up and race against individuals, and I like the Need for Speed franchise, so definitely going to be getting this when it comes out, but this is just the gameplay. The awkward situations will be over. Let's get right into it. Today's first awkward situation said, this one time I was at Taco Bell, I was like 6. My dad got me a drink, but he was still in line and he had the cup. So an old dude whose hand looked like my dad's went up to the soda dispensary. So I shook his hand by the wrist thinking he was my dad, yelling, "Dad, I want to do it myself!" I shook his hand so hard his pants fell down and he wasn't wearing any underwear. And I didn't get any Taco Bell. This is my worst awkward situation. So basically what we have here is a case of mistaken identity that led to what I would call borderline sexual harassment by a child. So obviously you're not in jail, but don't worry, I don't completely blame you for that, because who in their right mind has their pants on so loose that shaking their hand causes their pants to fall down? And then on top of that, he wasn't wearing boxers? I mean, this guy could never work at an elementary school. He wouldn't be a great politician because before a debate, he goes to shake his other opponent's hand or whatever, and his pants fall down. And if he doesn't have some serious meat on him, he's going to lose that debate, because the other opponent could always go back to, well, at least I'm not small in the pants. And then I'd be like, that's true, he's not. I'm going to vote for that guy. So I don't think Mr. Lucy Pants is doing things correctly, but that's unfortunate that you were the one that had to shake his hand. Nice job winning the race by me, by the way. I'm getting a little distracted by the gameplay. But anyway, not really any advice I can give you for this situation. I think you learn to not shake people's hands anymore. You might do the fist bump now, or you might just wave to people, and then if they go to shake your hand, you're like, nah, I don't want to do that. And then they're like, nah, why don't you just shake my hand? And you're like, nah, I don't do that anymore. And then you probably tell them about the pants falling down handshake incident, and then they're like, oh, I understand. That's totally reasonable. So good for you, good for your life. I had a case of mistaken identity when I was a young child. It's funny because that happens to you when you're a child, and it's really embarrassing. You rely on older people so much, usually your parents. Sometimes when you just woke up or you're kind of out of it, you might call some people who are not your mom or dad, and that's really embarrassing. What happened to me was particularly embarrassing. I was in daycare, and that is when you have your kids when you're a parent, and then you have to go to work or something, so you drop them off with somebody you might know, but they might also be a stranger. But there's also other kids there whose parents have other things to do besides parent them at the current time that they're at daycare. So they're all there, and I was about 4 years old probably. It was the year before I went into, we call it preschool, where I'm from. I don't know, it could be any, like my first year of school. I was in daycare, and we were having a little nap time. So nap time's fun. Before nap time, I had frosted cookies and apple juice. I still eat that on a regular basis because I am a 22-year-old child. But anyway, I had nap time. Nap time's great or whatever. Woke up from my nap, noticed I was a little moist downstairs, and let's just say we weren't outside and it didn't rain that day. I think I had a urination accident. Well, actually, I know I had a urination accident. I don't know why I'm wavering on it. Maybe it's just hard to admit that sometimes I peed when I didn't want to pee when I was a little kid, but I'm over that now. It doesn't happen anymore. It hasn't happened since the 90s, so that's fine. But I woke up and my daycare lady, I don't know, she wasn't a teacher. She didn't teach me anything except how to eat apple juice and cookies, which is very valuable, but she, like the wrangler, I don't really know what her title was. The owner of the daycare woman was kind of in my grill because I think she noticed I had a little bit of downstairs accident and nobody else was awake really, so I avoided serious embarrassment, but she was all up in my face and I woke up and I was like, "Mom?" And she was like, "No, it's not your mom, it's me, daycare lady." So that was embarrassing. But on top of that, she had noticed that I had a downstairs accident and she silently moved me to the bathroom to change my clothes because at that age we had a Ziploc baggie full of clothes that you could change into if you had some type of accident, usually with bodily functions, and that was really convenient. That's going to be weird when I'm a parent, when I have to give my kid a bag of clothes to take to school or daycare or whatever, and they're going to be like, "What's this for?" And I'm going to be like, "That's if you forget how to use the bathroom because you're a stupid little kid." I won't say it like that because I'll be a good parent and love my children, but that's an odd time in my life, and I still remember that to this day, and it was obviously a pivotal, what am I saying? Pivotal, life-changing moment that defines me to this day, and I still love apple juice and cookies. So I don't know if we learned anything there, but that happened in my life, so judge me. Today's second awkward situation says, "Hey, there was this douchebag at my school and he's really strong. He's a boxer and he is black belt in lots of different martial arts classes. And I am reasonably popular but skinny, but this guy likes to deck me, and every time I try to talk to this girl I like, he turns around and starts paying me out. What can I do to stop him?" Yeah, him. I can relate to this awkward situation because this is how I would describe myself socially in high school, and I didn't have any problems with bullies, but there was a kid in my grade who was very muscular and he had some parts missing in his brain, so that always made me slightly nervous because maybe one day his brain would be like, "You need to kill people," and he would be like, "Okay, brain," and he would just start killing people, so that's not fun. I always wanted to be on his good side. I made an effort to say hi to him in the hallways or chat him up a little bit if we were sitting near each other in a class, because really, I think the punching thing is just a cry for help. He communicates with his old fisty fists. I don't know, he communicates by punching, and he might need someone to talk to him. You don't have to get all serious with him. You don't have to take him on a date to Olive Garden. Just say hi to him, and maybe he will say hi normally to you if you say hi normally to him. Kind of show him, "That's how I like to say hi, man," just, waving and stuff. And then he would be totally okay with that and not punch you anymore. If that doesn't work, the next time he punches you, take off all of your clothes very slowly and just stare him right in the eyes. Don't break contact with his eyes. When you take your shirt off over your face, make sure you take it off really fast so you don't break eye contact for too long. Just take all your clothes off. You'll probably never have a problem with that again. I don't know if that's bad advice. Pretty nasty little crash there. This was Awkward Situations and Need for Speed Rivals gameplay. I hope you enjoyed both, and have a great day.